Hey guys, this is Rudy. Hope everyone is doing well. I've got some people asleep in the house, so I got to kind of keep it low because I can't wake them up. But I've been reading some books from some previous patriots, those who have came before us, and I'm reminded of the saying, if you don't know the past, you are going to be destined to repeat it. And the book I've been reading specifically is from Bill Cooper. It's Behold a Pale Horse. And I know that he wrote a lot about UFOs and aliens, but he even said in the book that he didn't know if that was true. And his later life, he didn't focus on that aspect. He focused on the government. And I think he was spot on as far as a small group of elite men running the world who want to push us towards a one world government, displace our Constitution, and move us towards a socialist agenda. Now, I think he gives some words of wisdom at the end of that book, and I wanted to play it for all of us. But before I do that, I just wanted to remind everyone that when you or I get on YouTube, and our names are known. I mean, my full name is known to everybody, right? Rudy Aaron Davis. It's on my website. That's in practically every single description bar of every video I've ever made. And every website that you or I visit will be logged, right? I mean, I guarantee you they log everything that we do, and we will be on some list. With all the problems going on in the country, it's guaranteed that people that are making patriot videos are going to be on some list. That is obvious. And we need to hear some words, I think, from a previous patriot. And I wanted to share that he was killed in a police altercation. I think the circumstances around his death are incredibly suspicious, to say the least. And I think that we should look at his situation and learn from it. Now, I'm not saying that we should not put out videos. Absolutely not saying that. Because the thing that we're fighting for is much more important than the life of any one of us. And do I think that any of us could lose their lives because of what we're doing on YouTube? Absolutely, you bet I do. This is not a joke. We don't get on YouTube to have, this is not a fun thing. I don't get on YouTube to make friends. I don't get on YouTube to see what the ratings are on my videos. I could care less what the ratings are on my videos. I could care less how many viewers I get, right? I don't do this because I don't have anything better to do. I do it because I feel compelled that it is truth. And I think a lot of patriots are the same way. We believe that we cannot keep our mouth shut given what we believe to be true, and it would be just unthinkable to remain silent. So I want to play this audio clip from Bill Cooper, and let's listen to what he's got to say, and hopefully I got enough time to get his words in.
We began to take this left turn into socialism. The United States was the great light of the world, so to speak. We were the only free people who had ever existed in the entire history of humanity. We like to talk about our great heritage from England. The English were never free. They're not free today. They don't have freedom of speech. They don't have any of the freedoms that we've always had and cherished. In the history of the whole human race, the only people that have ever lived on this planet who have ever truly been free, the ultimate achievement of all humankind was to accept the individual as a king or queen in his or her own right, being responsible and having all of the freedom and liberties that they could possibly imagine right here in this country. And we created a government that was supposed to have a balance of power and was limited, strictly limited by the Constitution, and only given a very few powers in order to protect the freedom of the common man. That's all gone now. I mean, that's like you hear these politicians in Washington today talking about how the Constitution is an outdated document penned over 200 years ago by a bunch of doddering old men who did not understand the complexities of the modern age. They won't tell you what you should already know, is that the document is not an outdated old document. It is a living Constitution. It has within it the means for change should the people desire that it be changed. But the people don't desire that, so they just go ahead and throw it in the trash can anyway and go about their business doing anything that they want to do. While Joe Blow on the street doesn't even know that it's happening because he's never read the document that guarantees his freedom in his whole life.
So, Mr. Cooper, given the controversial nature of so many of the things that you have studied with regard to government and the law and the abuses thereof, tell us a little bit about how it has affected your personal life. You're a family man with 2 children. What kind of impact has the work you've done had on your family?
Well, that's quite an interesting question, and that doesn't get asked very much. But it's had a tremendous effect. If you want to find out how quickly society can turn against one, and I'm talking seriously here, stand up and tell the truth about just anything that you want to stand up and tell the truth about. It scares the living daylights out of everyone. And so the first thing that happens is you find out who your friends are and who your friends are not, because there's a great weeding out there. And it's not anything that you do on your part or that I've done on my part. They just disappear. And you find very quickly that people are afraid to be around you because they can see the government being upset about what you're talking about, and they can see repercussions coming, and of course they have happened and will continue to happen. And ultimately, I really believe that there will be some kind of a terminal point where they decide that they're not just not going to put up with this pest anymore, and that's going to be the end of me. We have been literally financially in the ditch. We have found it impossible to get any kind of a normal job with anyone who knows anything about what I do. You can't go to church, you can't go to cocktail parties because everybody else is sitting around talking about the weather or, oh, what school did you go to? And when you have done the research and arrived at some of the answers that I know to be true now, those people become like kindergarten children. They're not in the real world, and I can't engage in that kind of a conversation. So you really find yourself in another world that has nothing to do with all of the rest of the people who are running around engaged in their activities that they think are so important to them. And to them, they really are. But to me, they've lost the reality of what really is important, and they're about to lose their freedom to even discover those things at this point.
So I'll just say in closing that give me liberty or give me death is not a joke to us patriots on YouTube. And, you know, that message from a ghost of our past, I think, is words of wisdom for all of us. And let's take care of one another. Let's look out for one another. So God bless every single one of you. Hopefully you found that video inspiring like I do. Take care, and I hope everyone is doing very well.